He is cute, he is sexy, he is a superstar of pop music, and he's here to stay even though he's only 22. Please help me welcome the lead singer of Culture Club, Mr. Boy George. And we should show the new album right away. Okay, so everybody sees it, which is wonderful. Color by numbers.
Yeah, like me.
Like you. Now, who picks your outfits?
Well, this was a bedspread. I spotted it in Barcelona on a bed in a shop, in a furniture shop. And I had to have it. I made this outfit especially for you.
It's wonderful. You're not going to give it to me, though.
Oh, no.
No.
Well, not the outfit.
No. Which brings up a point.
Okay.
If you were alone on a desert island and you could have one person, would you have...
Elizabeth Taylor.
Oh, okay. Why?
And you.
No, what?
And you, so I could settle the feud.
Yes, I'm willing to bury the hatches.
Okay.
I just want to bury it in meatloaf. But that's... No, but do you prefer men or women? I'm just curious.
Oh, both.
That's fabulous.
Like you.
Yeah, okay. No.
I prefer anyone who'll have me. That's the truth.
You're so attractive.
Thanks. Like flypaper.
Like, no. Everybody. Don't you find that people find you very attractive?
People find me funny. Not really attractive.
Oh, but you've got a beautiful face.
So have you.
You got beautiful hands.
No,
Keep going.
some people find me attractive. I don't know really. It's not something I sit down and analyze, you know. I mean, I think people who wear lots of makeup, like you and I.
Yes.
You know?
When did you start to wear makeup?
8 years.
So you're 21, 22 now.
I'm 22 now.
So
but I've been doing it since about 15. But I put more on now. I mean, you know, people are supposed to grow out of dressing up. I've grown into it.
Yeah.
So I put more and more and more on. So.
But what happened when you first started putting on? Were your parents a little upset?
Yeah.
I mean, because you come from like a very normal Catholic family.
But you see, you know, your parents don't speak about it. They don't notice it because they don't want to. They kind of look at you and they go, you know, they sort of fuss a bit, but they don't really sort of, you know, say much. They think that you're going to sort of go away, you know, the little kind of start button.
What happened when you became, because how many in your family?
I got 5 brothers and 1 sister.
And you're where?
I'm in the middle.
So now what happened? Here's George growing up, putting on mom's mascara, you know.
Dad's mascara.
Dad's mascara. Oh, okay. Wouldn't that be funny? If your mother wore the pants and the family was all confused. But what happened? Do they think you were crazed in the beginning when you carried on like this? Till you hit?
Well, you see, in England, I was quite well known before I became, you know, into money or into business. Before I had a career, I was well known as a kind of a minor celebrity. You know, people knew about me. I was in the papers, so my father would pick up a magazine and say, why are you in this magazine? You've got no money. You've got no credit cards. You know, you don't eat. You look like a skeleton. Why are you in this paper? So it was very confusing because, you know, you can do that in London. There are a lot of people in London who are minor celebrities. It's not like Beverly Hills, where everything's based on money and credit cards. It's like street culture, which is basically where I come from.
Which is great. Now, what has happened? You're so unique looking. I mean, you couldn't be lost in a crowd. You know, I mean, I could put you into a football stadium and they'd say, "Fine, George." What do we call you, by the way? Boy or George?
Boy George. Boy George.
So we have to call you Boy George. What do your good friends call you?
Boy.
Okay, can I call you Boy?
Okay.
Okay, so when they say, go find Boy, you could be found. Do you have any chance to relax? I mean, do you ever not go out and drag?
Do you?
Never.
No, I don't, you know, what I do is not drag.
Not drag. Well, you know, I call everything drag.
Okay.
You know, I mean, I say I'm going out and drag me, I'm getting dressed up.
I don't ever go out looking ordinary.
That's what I mean.
You know, I mean, I've no wish to look like a piece of paper.
Right,
You know? I mean, I don't like to look ordinary, no. I think there's too many people doing it anyway. Why join the masses? You know.
But are you going to keep on changing? Like 10 years from now, Boy.
I don't see myself growing old gracefully.
Nor me.
No.
Nor me. But do you think you'll keep the same image, or do you find your image changing?
Well, you see, it's very difficult because I'm not like normal rock stars in the sense that I didn't conjure up this image for the stage, okay? I'm not like Kiss or David Bowie. And I don't make excuses about the way I look. I've been doing it for a long, long time. So you don't get Boy George saying, okay, I've created a persona and he's the freak, I'm the normal one. I mean, I'm the freak.
You're not a freak, you're very smart.
What I mean is that What I'm saying is that, you know, I do this all the time. It's not a con. I mean, you know, in England, they're constantly trying to, you know, prove me to be a fraud. You know, and look what he looks like without his makeup, you know. George on the beach with a hanky on his head, you know. And so, you know, I have to put up with that. But basically, I do it because I think my dial is hideous without makeup. That's the truth of the matter. I mean, I think people who dress up are I mean, we live in a society where people are basically imperfect. I'm just one of those people. I think, like Sheena Easton, I make the best of myself.
Yeah, well, sure, you look great. What about your hair? Who does your hair? It must take you hours to do your hair.
I just rag it up, you know.
Oh, how often do you take it apart and wash it?
I don't wash my hair very often.
Are you serious?
Well, you know, I wash it about once a week.
Well,
Is that often?
Well, it's not often, but it's not pew.
Well,
I would have you to dinner knowing that. But it must be, you know, because it's so, I mean, it's so intricate. It's wonderful.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you, who are you going out with now? If you like both kinds, is there anybody special now in your life?
No, I'm too busy for all that, really.
That's right. Yeah. What do you do on the road? What do you do to relax?
Well, really, you know, I've spent such a long time trying to get there that really I don't have time to relax. And I think if you spend a long time making it, you don't really want to relax. Anytime I have, you know, a day off, I start looking for things to do, you know, or I call up people. I try to make entertainment for myself, you know. So really, I don't try to find spare time. You know, I like to work. I mean, I'm basically a workaholic.
Yeah, I am too.
Yeah, I think if you really want to stay there, and there's so many people around trying to take your crown, you know, I see myself basically as a boxer, as a fighter. I mean, I'm quite prepared to stand my ground. There are a lot of people in England now trying to copy me, trying to take away what I've achieved. You know?
But you're very musical. Underneath all the flamboyance of it all, there's a musician.
Basically, yes.
You know, and there's a poet. I mean, the lyrics. No, you write the lyrics.
Yeah, but I think basically, you know, pop music is very naive. It's something that you just stumble across. You know, a bit like jokes, really.
Oh, sure. I sit down every day, think this is funny. How did you start writing music?
Purely by accident. You know, I'd been doing a lot of different things. You know, I did makeup, I worked in boutiques, you know, I packed fruit in a factory. No jokes, okay?
They must have loved you when you did that.
I did all kinds of, you know, dead-end jobs. And then I spent 4 years doing basically nothing, just lazing about, you know, waiting for something to happen. And then I reached about the age of 20, and I decided I have to do something fast, you know. My body is dropping.
Tell me.
No, you know, I have to get on with it. I have to make some kind of career for myself, you know. And there were a lot of people around me kind of having so careers, you know, kind of making it. So I just wanted to do the same thing, really.
Well, now you're you're an international star.
Yeah.
When it happened, and it happened with what, 2 albums before this?
It happened with the first song, Do You Really Want to Hurt Me?
Do You Really Want to Hurt Me? All right. Did it just, I mean, what was the thing that excited you the most about it, and what upset you the most about it? Because it certainly changed your life.
Yeah, but I mean, the press, I hate the press, you know.
Do they misquote you a lot?
No, they're just dumb, basically. I mean, the misquotes are great. They're probably the most interesting things they write. But basically, you know, when you read a concert review, they tell you about the potted plants and about what people were wearing and how many fat people were there, you know. And they basically tell people a load of rubbish. They don't talk about the music. So, you know, it's very difficult to say what annoys me most. I mean, the press, I just hate the press. And I might have my photo in the paper, but I'd rather they didn't write anything, you know. They can just put my name, you know, and that's enough.
And what do you like the best about all success?
It's very difficult to say because I don't feel like I've peaked.
No,
yeah.
No, I don't think you've peaked either. I think your music is the music coming up in the 80s. But what do you like so far? Because we went out in London and we went to see the Wham concert,
yeah.
And we sat in a little box, and every time Boy would lean forward, the whole audience went, "Wah!" And he'd come back. Do you like all that, or does it get you crazy?
I like it, yeah, of course.
Because I was leaning forward with you, so I know I liked it. We'll be right back after this message of interest, so please stay tuned. They're back talking to Boy George. What a lovely show we had tonight. Fabulous show. Now, you're going to be on a concert tour in the States when?
In March.
In March. May I bring Melissa to say hello to you backstage?
Yeah, you can.
That will make me just grow up in her eyes so much. But thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
You're adorable in England, and you're more adorable in the States.
Thank you.
And thank you to Joan Collins, who was wonderful. And Jerry, thank you so much. You will be in Oakland Saturday night at the Paramount,
right.
Sunday at the Comedy Store.
Right.
Doc, thank you. And
Joan
Johnny,
Rivers Wardrobe,
thank you.
furnished by Calvin Klein. Now stay tuned for Late Night with David Letterman. and get set for wacky flag waving on International Day. All on NBC. Be there.